Okay. Yesterday we were unable to complete the textile topic. I'll just take another 5 to 10 minutes in that topic, and then we'll move to today's topic, safety in docks. I'm sharing my screen. Once it is visible, say yes in chat box, please. Yeah. Are you able to see my slides? Anybody, please say yes in chat box, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. So once again, a very warm welcome for joining today. So as we seen yesterday, let's take an opportunity to have a glimpse. So we have seen the cultural shift which has happened on the dressing sense of the people from ancient times to till date. Then we have seen clothes are, it is in a basic need like food, shelter, and clothes. These are the very basic needs for the humans. Then we have seen the process from raw material to till the distribution and use phase of these textiles. It starts from cultivating cotton in the farmlands. Then it has been prepared as an iron. Then they'll convert it into the fabric. Then they'll do a processing of the fabric. Then processing itself, there maybe do some dyeing activity, and then they will cut into the pieces, depends on the market requirement. Then it will go for a stitching. Then it will go for an inspection, ironing and folding. Then it will go for a delivery. Then we have seen what are the different types of textile industries, as I mentioned in this picture itself: spinning, weaving, dyeing, and printing, and garment manufacturing. So when we see a high level, there are industries who only operates spinning mills. There are industries who only operate the weaving, and there are industries only they do dyeing and printing, and there are industries only they do garments. In the sense, completely stitching units. But there are companies they do all these operations in one single unit as well. Like I can say, I will give you a best example. I don't know. Brand X, I can give an example, it seems, by looking the size of the company in Achutapuram. Again, types we have covered. So these are the different types of fibers: natural fibers, animal fibers, even some of the minerals, etc. And even glass wool fibers also we use for the heating system to trap the heat and avoid the leaving the heat from the process. Then we have seen health provisions. We have seen the requirement of artificial humidification. And also we have seen what are the legal requirements, especially for these industries. I mean, these not a special requirements, but these are the requirements which also applicable for textile. Then we have seen welfare provisions, then various Indian standards with respect to the different kinds of machines we use in this industry. Then we have seen process, how it starts. It starts from cotton extraction from the farmers, then ginning, then it will go for bale preparation, then it will turn into yarn, After the yarn, they'll make the cloth. Out of the cloth, they'll do a printing and a dyeing operation, which means giving color to the cloth. Then it will go for stitching or garments manufacturing. Then we have seen various hazards in this industry, and we have seen a couple of videos as well. Okay. Yeah. So as we've seen, some of the safety precautions, and the major biggest hazard also is a fire, because the cloth is a combustible material. So as I said, all the departments should have dedicated separations so that we can avoid the spread of the fire from one department to other department. And also the fire extinguishers. Here also we should have a suitable fire extinguishers in place so that we can avoid the fires, and also automatic sprinkler systems. So sometimes there may be a late, or sometimes there may be the availability of the people. Also a question mark, especially in the nights, during the night shifts. Most of the garments, they operate only general, and some of the garments, they do the second shift, I mean B shift. And night shifts, mostly it is empty. So in case of any short circuit happens during the night, only the security people will be the people who will be in the premises. It may not possible for them to extinguish. It is, extended or covered a large area. So sprinklers are always advisable to have, so that it automatically extinguishes. And nowadays we can see the infrared, detection systems also came. The sprinklers which will directly shoot on exactly on the base of the fire. So, but when I say sprinklers, it has to reach a temperature to that level. Then the bulb which is there in the sprinkler, it has to blow off. After that, only the sprinklers get activated. With the new technology, it will directly apply the water on the fire. Okay. And also we need to have a trained firefighting squad shall be maintained around the clock with the mill premises. So mill in the sense, again, a factory. So it is not about having everything in place. It is all about whether people are known or whether people are familiar with the equipment what you have. Sometimes what will happen, they will have world best facilities or world best, fire extinguishers or hydrant system. But end of the day, the people are completely unaware to operate those systems. It is completely not useful. So having systems, that is very good. And over that, the people also should have knowledge on the operation. Then mill components must be regularly cleaned, and also housekeeping both the sides as well as wall. Yeah, sorry.
Sir, this
Please.
type of it is depends upon the type of industry, whether it is small, big. In a new big industry, all are the sprinkle system are available. But in small scale industry, yesterday you have to show some of the video.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
They, yeah,
There may be.
as I said, yeah, they permitted till with the fire extinguishers only. Because what has
Yes.
happened, if you see in the last 3-4 years, even fire department also, they have brought so many changes, especially in Andhra, where I have seen in Karnataka as well. So if you see previously, the TMT bar manufacturing industries, so they are very old industries. They are there almost 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. They don't have any fire hydrant line. In last 3-4 years, every fire department in the district level, they are given issuance, or I can say instructions to all the TMT operators to have firefighting systems. Even they started whenever you go for a renewal, they are putting a point that how many people are trained by the fire safety department, not by the external party, third party. They are clearly insisting each occupier of the factory, at least 30% of the people has to be trained by the state government fire department. Then only they are allowing, or then only they are giving I mean to say that extension of the NOC, or I mean other way of telling it is renewal of NOCs. As you mentioned, with the new industries, they are forehead now, so the rules are set. Until unless you are not having systems in place as per the provisional NOC, once first initially they'll give the provisional NOC based on the nature of your operations. In the provisional NOC itself, you will clearly declare about your fire prevention system. I mean, prevention in the sense detections and also mitigation, like you will have firefighting systems like sprinklers or any automatic CO2 vending systems, even fire extinguishers, fire hydrant, and even foam monitors. What are the different types of monitors, and also number of units you are going to install. Based on that, they will check your implementation during the occupancy certificate. The systems are very clear. Wherever the old industries are there, which are there in very remote in location, but still there are gaps. I think it takes some more years to cover all those factories. Yeah, good point you would have brought in, G. Yeah. So housekeeping, as I mentioned, because especially these industries, they have a dust, a fine particles of dust, it gets accumulated all over. In case of any fire incident happen, it is easy to the fire to spread from one location to other location. Housekeeping also is an utmost important in these industries. Even overhead structures in the departments must be regularly cleaned and also floors swept during each shift. Electrical equipment shall be satisfactorily maintained. Also, periodical checkups is necessary. A risk of overheating can be reduced by providing efficient lubrication, day-to-day maintenance, and also all machines, bearings, and moving parts. So this is also one important thing, especially because hence, as I mentioned, is completely a mechanized process for the concentrating the bulk production. So the machine usage is very high. So we should have proper maintenance in place. Otherwise, there is a chance of heat generation, resulting that there will be a chance of spark or any creating a fire. Then adequate guarding for the machine should be provided, particularly on the blowing and also guarding machines. And smoking should be prohibited within 6 meters of the process and storage blocks. And it is advisable to provide smoking booths. So I think in an abroad I have seen. So even though in the petrochemical processing industries, refineries, I have seen they'll have dedicated smoking zones. So the people will go their smoking zone and they'll have their cigarette and they'll come back. That is a very good practice. Then health hazards. So what kind of health hazards will be there? The most, the important thing in this is the bisonosis. So it is notifiable occupational health hazard by the factories. It is there in the list of those 31 incidents. According to the survey of one survey, it is 20%, approximately 3 lakhs of textile workers in the mills are found victim of bisonosis. It was 14% is carding section and also 10% in the spinning and winding sections. The measurement of cotton dust concentration is in 8 units in India, showing 3.5 to 5.6 milligram per meter inch. In blow room, 0.1 to 2.2 milligrams per meter cube in court rooms. So if you see the percentage, almost 3 lakhs people. I'm not sure when this assessment has done, but there are victims for this cotton dust. So because of a very fine in size, so it will easily get into our lungs and it will settle down, resulting that will be have a cough, even other lung diseases. It is a kind of how it will happen. When you see, especially in the festival times, हम लोग दिया जलाता है. The दिया कैसे होता है? So when it is in a dry state, it will be very flimsy. Once we dip in the water, what will happen? Sorry, dip in the oil, it will settle down. It will never come up. The same way, what will happen over a period of time, if people are exposed to these fine particles, it will get settled in the lungs. Then high noise, as we have a very good discussion in the our previous sessions. So this is also a notifiable disease in the textile industries. Okay. Then machinery hazards, as we know, for the forging parts like 6 to 8 have classified, explained the process-wise mission hazards in textile. Or new machinery has reduced many of these hazards. Like the process has evolved so much, so the machines are changed their shape. Now most of the machines are comes with intrinsic safe or inbuilt safety systems. Most of the dangerous parts of textile machine have been motor and also gear drives, headstock, gearing, spinning frames, revolving beaters, blow room machines, card cylinders, flying shelters, uh, loom gears, and also picking sticks and also running rolls, etc. These are some of the a few mechanical hazards or the parts which is creating a potential risk to the operators to lead to an accidents. Then material handling, again, heavy rolls of the other machine parts and also bulk containers are to be handled in textile industry, and also excessive weights may be cause health injuries, strain, and pain. This topic we covered in ergonomics, where if you're having a very wrong posture or if you're not following any proper lifting techniques over a period of time, you'll be strained and it will become cardiovascular diseases. And mechanical aid should be used to lift and carry, handle such heavy loads. Then welfare provisions. Large scale factories have lunchrooms, restrooms, canteen, ambulance room, creche, washing facilities, and free medical examinations, etc. Fire and explosion hazards, as we see in the cotton, is easily combustible material. Solvents used in processing department can cause fire and explosion both. Okay. Yeah. I think already these 1 or 2 slides we covered yesterday itself. If you have any questions, you can ask. Meanwhile, I'll jump into the other topic. So from my side, there is a pending from last classes also, and today's and yesterday's session. Total 4 plus total 5. Yeah, 3 plus 2. Yeah. 5 topics I'll give to the institute today, the PDFs. We'll get those PDFs today. Okay. So before getting into the topic, so anybody, what is mean by dock or dockyard? Any idea? Have you heard about this word, dock? What is mean by dock?
There is a lifting of main containers, and also there is some oils and some gas containers,
Mm-hmm.
and other you can also consider removing of oils, furnace oils, such type of chemical liquids from well.
Okay.
The simple terminology is the dock is means the parking of the shipping. The ships are wherever we are going to park. It is called ship dockyard.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Any other answers?
So basically, it is a place where small-sized ships to big vessels, such type of water flowing transport vehicles are being positioned for loading, unloading activities, and for any other supporting activities.
Okay, fine. So you three of us made my job easy. So I can understand you're familiar with some operations. I think most of you would have seen Pushpa movie in the starting. The Pushpa will come out from the container. It is also in a dockyard. Okay, I'm not promoting anything. I'm just giving an example for easy connect. Okay. Yes, three of us rightly mentioned that. So the dockyard, it will be act as a parking. The dockyard, it will give us to take out the materials uh, from the various countries or from various locations which we brought as an import. Even we can do export. It is also one of the, I can say, transportation through water media. So we have road, rail, air, and water transportation. It will be act as a stations for such operations. Okay, I have picked 3-4 videos to show you what kind of incidents can happen, especially in this industries. Maybe we would have seen in many movies. So how this incident will happen. I'll show you one of the, a few of those videos. Okay, I'll take it back again. You see this? Here, there is a container handling happens. In this portion. I'm assuming it is chlorine because once it is exploded, yeah, it is chlorine. Yes, it is chlorine. Let me play this video. Yes. What has happened here? Chlorine. Is it harmful?
Very harmful.
So what would have happened when a chlorine container got burst? So what will be the effect of it? These industry also very dangerous because they will handle materials in bulk quantities, not like us. We'll see another video here. See, it has hidden the complete structure of the dock where they do lifting activity. I think here you can see clearly. See, while taking a turn of the ship, it has happened. I think he has not seen his side mirrors while taking a turn in our language, or he is not able to estimate the turning radius of the ship. See? Okay. And there is another video. I think it is we are familiar with. We would have seen these kind of instances. I mean, smaller ones, maybe not such a big. Maybe pipeline infra people would have seen maybe you're lifting big pipes. This is also one of the container handling activity with the big cranes. It is automatic. Nobody comes and they will apply any lifting tools and tackles like wire ropes or any web slings or any eye bolts and all. It is automatically, it will grab and they will lift. I think the operator would have not seen of buckling of
Hello.
with the container. Yeah. Lakshmi, does any question?
No, sir. Thank
you. Once again. See, the truck driver is so proactive. He just came out. Otherwise, he would have also a part of the incident. Okay. Fine. So we have seen one chemical case, we have seen one mechanical case, we have seen one with the ships. Let us get into the topic. Okay, it is also one of the topic in IS 103, that is safety engineering 2, safety in docks. So what are the main activities? As already our friends mentioned, so loading, unloading from the ships, even cargo handling. Cargo is nothing but goods. It comes in containers. It comes under bulk vessels. The ship itself acts as a vessel, like especially coal, crude oil and all, it won't come in barrels. It will definitely come in barrels, but in the bulk containers, we used to handle. Even container operations by shifting of these containers using various equipments. When I say loading and unloading, here the docks will primarily use for loading, unloading of cargo from the ships. This can involve the use of cranes, forklifts, conveyor belts, and also other equipments to move the goods between ship and the dock. So dock is also a place where we used for store of bulk materials. Even it is maybe a grains, it may be a fertilizer, it may be an oils, it may be an coal, it may be an other scrap. And cargo handling, sorting, storing and organizing various types of cargo, including containers, bulk materials, and perishable goods, and also while ensuring efficient logistics and distribution. Here, cargo means material handling. So segregating of various materials, different types of material will be there. Like how we discussed like 5S, segregation of different types of materials and keeping it in one place for better material management. Then container operations, managing the containers, including their storage, stacking, movement, and also a transfer between ships, trucks, and the trains. So container is nothing but if you see in the picture which is there on the top. And also customs and inspections. So definitely the inspections will happen. So based on the whatever the containers which came in, to avoid any risk, conducting custom inspections, security checks, and also documentation process to ensure compliance with international trade regulations and also safety standards. Then passenger handling. So here also the people used to travel over the ships. So again, managing their embarkation, also demarcation of the passengers, and also cruise ships, ferries in the smaller ones, including ticketing, security checks, baggage handling, etc. How it will happen in the airports. Then ship maintenance and repairs. This is also a biggest major activity. It will happen in the dockyards, repair works. And after facilities for their ship repair, maintenance, and refurbishment. This may include dry docks for the vessels maintenance and out of the water. Sometimes they may do it in the out of the water. Sometimes they may do minor reports and they over the water itself. And then supply and logistics, also one of the activity. So providing essential supplies, fuel, water, and also other services to the ships during their stay at the dock, which is about the general facilities, how we provide for our truck drivers who comes with the material. Then warehousing and storage. So this is also one of the activity where they storing and managing the goods and the materials in warehouses or storage facilities located near the docks. Sometimes these warehouses are covered warehouses like sheds, or sometimes these warehouses are open warehouses. Then transportation connections, like facilitating connections between the ships, trucks, and trains, and other transportation modes to ensure the smooth flow of cargo and the passengers. Then tug and the pilot services. This is nothing but in a tugboat, where we can see in the middle picture assistance for the ship maneuvering within the harbor. Like it is about how the incident happened. The ship has hit with the structure of the air. So to give such guidance to leave the ship from the harbor, as well as pilot servicing to guide the vessels safely through the port waters. How like for the vehicles will give a flagman who can guide the trucks to move out from the workplace or any a project area. Then waste management. So handling and disposal of waste generated by the ships and also port operations, including sewage, garbage, and also any hazardous materials. Sometimes if there will be bulk quantities of hazardous materials or any scrap or any general garbage, etc., they used to handle. Then security and safety. So ensuring again the security, physical security of the port area, and safety of the dock area, ships and crew, passengers, and cargo through the surveillance, access controls, and also other emergency response procedures. So emergency. So we have seen the different types of emergencies, even chemical. Sometimes the ships may directly come to the dock area because of they are not able to apply the chains, where they drop the chain hanger into the water. If it is not locked properly, it leads to an accident. Okay. So here we have less than a minute. I'm stopping here. We can continue after the break.